Hey everybody, it is Scott, the Treasure Coast Picker, and I am back after a long absence from doing YouTube videos. I just kind of fell out of it and got into other things and decided, let's try and get back in with do a video for things that I sold over the past month of November and maybe a little bit of October. I've been out thrifting, living in Florida, living in New Jersey, back and forth. Dealing with some medical issues, but I kind of fell off the wagon as far as doing the videos. So you'll see some of my demonstration videos that I use I put up for demonstration eBay for things I'm selling on eBay. Videos do help sell your products, so if you're not doing it, you should do it. Let's just jump in here and run through about maybe 19 or 20 things that we've sold in the past month or so, and should take about 20 minutes, maybe less. Let's go. If I remember how to do this right. Now, I'm going to be looking off to the big monitor, so if I'm not looking directly at the camera, please excuse me, because I have this giant monitor in front of me to the side, and my camera's over here. So let's see what we can do. Let's start off with the first tab down here, and we have the Jim Shore. We were in Florida in September and October. I picked up a lot of Jim Shores at a hospice thrift store. They were not cheap, but I knew they had value. This was this witch, we paid $45 for this witch and sold for $168.75. You can say I had it at a sale of $225 list price, and I put a 25% sale on it, and it sold for $168.75. Our investment was just $45. Jim Shore stuff sells well if you can get it cheap enough. In this case, it wasn't really cheap, but I took the chance because I knew what I did a quick look up on the phone, and I knew these had value. So this sold, I guess, in September, at the beginning of October, just before Halloween. Next item is another Jim Shore we picked up in Florida. I believe this is part of it. Yes, this was also $45, and this is a witch fly with me for a spell. A very popular one. This sold for $119.62, and we put $45 into it. Again, I started it at $159.50, and I ran a sale when it wasn't. I like to start them high, and if nothing happens in the first week or two, I'll run a sale, get some action going on it. And again, this one went for $119.62 plus shipping of $18 shipping. So another Jim Shore. Keep your eyes out for these Jim Shores. They're just if you can get them cheap, especially the Halloween and Christmas ones. You'll see we have quite a few in this video today. Next up is another one we picked up in Florida. This one was not quite as much money. I think this was probably about $25, and I don't have it in front of me, so I can't really tell. But we sold it for $50.25, again with a 25% off sale, and $19 shipping. And I've been beefing up my shipping because the shipping is getting outrageous, especially when stuff is going cross country. I'm on the East Coast and it's going to the West Coast. Some of these things are $20 and $25 to ship, 3 pounds priority. It's getting a little bit insane, and so you have to shop around to get your best shipping deal. Sometimes I'll do FedEx home delivery, which is usually, some cases, $2 or $3 cheaper. So anyway, this was probably about $20, $25. We sold for $50.25. Next up is something. Okay, this is a mask that I paid $1 for at a church thrift store about a year, maybe 2 years ago. Couldn't sell it. It's a Jawbreaker mask by Bill Yastrom, and he signs his work BYBY. So inside the mask was the BYBY stamp, and he was a famous mask artist. I think he's still around. But anyway, this one hung around for the longest time, and I finally got a $45 price for it. And again, my price was $1, so I had to wait, over 2 years to get it sold. But there it goes. So keep an eye out for these. The name of the company is Be Something Studios. I'll show you right here. Be Something Studios. This one was from 1989. It's 1989 BSS, Be Something Studios. And they make really, really good masks, and some of them are pretty rare. So keep an eye out for those. Not just around Halloween time. Just looking, at estate sales, you might find them. And I found this one at a thrift store, but you find these things maybe in estate sales as well, or garage sales. Next up is another Jim Shore. This one is also purchased in Florida. These we paid $16 a piece for and sold them. We did not sell them for $130. We sold these for $75. So I'm in for 32 and sold it for 75. Almost a little bit more than double the money on these. Sold just in time for Thanksgiving. Man and woman, really nice pieces. No chips, cracks, and they had their original boxes as well. So again, we were in for 32. We sold it for 75 as an offer. And can't go wrong with Jim Shore. Never had a problem with him. Now, this one came out of my junk drawer. This has been hanging around since they had these bracelets. I forget when the Vietnam memorial bracelets. This was a vintage Vietnam bracelet. I found it in the drawer. I shined it up a little bit. It's a Captain Ralph T. Browning. This story actually had a happy ending. I Googled him. I looked him up online, and he was. In the listing, I put his story here, and he was captured in '66, and he was returned home alive. He survived, and he had a lot of injuries. He rehabbed the injuries, went back into the service, and in 1992 he retired as a brigadier general. So this had a happy end. He's since passed away in I guess a couple of years ago, but I found this. It's been hanging around for a long time. I put it up, and it sold for $45. And this was just something I found in my desk drawer that's been hanging around for years. So take a look around, see what you got lying around. You never know what kind of pins or keychains or bracelets will sell, but it's worth putting it up. The worst that can happen is it doesn't sell. In this case, $45 out of a desk drawer. Next up, 1980 Hershey bar, brass paperweight. This is something else that came out of a drawer. This was probably given to me years ago. It was probably a corporate gift or something like that. I mean, I didn't work for Hershey's or anything like that. I was in the advertising business. But it could have come from them. I'm not sure where it came from. It never saw a lot of use. You can see here, it's a really great condition. I said, it hit its original bag with it. I said, what am I going to do with this? Let's put a $35 price tag on it, and boom, it sold for $35. No questions asked. And it's shipped rather cheaply, $6, in an envelope, poly bag envelope. And again, keep looking in the drawers at home, dressers, desks, old boxes of stuff. It's amazing what you can find and what you can sell just from stuff that's around your house. Now, this is the Vietnam story had a happy ending. This didn't have a happy ending. This is a really nice piece. I bought this little guy for $7, and he had some damage. One of his curls on the ear was broken off over here, and you can see that. So I advertised him as damage, and I got $99. I put it at auction, and I got one bid of $99. And the guy paid, and I packed him very carefully. I packed him in an inner box with cotton padding. I put that box in a larger box surrounded by packing peanuts, so it floated in there nice, and doesn't matter, it arrived broken, really broken. His hands came off. He's holding the Torah scrolls in his hand. The whole thing just came apart. So the buyer was very nice about it, and I was kind of sad that this broke because it's such a cute piece. But we are now in the middle of waiting for the U.S. Postal Service to, since it was priority mail, I filed a claim because I didn't do anything wrong. I packed it perfectly. And now we're waiting to see if they're going to pay the claim. If they don't pay the claim, then I have to return the $99, and I'll be out $7. I'd lose the sale. But if they do pay the claim, both of us will be ahead of the game then. He'll get his money back, and I'll have my $99. So in any case, be careful how you pack things. Sometimes even when you do your best, it doesn't work out. Hey, it's Jim Shore. I should have titled this thing the Jim Shore video. This piece was not mine. It was given to me to sell for a friend of mine, a friend of my wife's, and she has no idea what we sold this for, but it sold for $239. It says $299. I don't know why discrepancy, but it sold for $239. And I'm not taking a commission on this because she's a friend. So she's going to get about $200 out of this, out of the $239. And I put a video in here to show that the flame flickers. I'm not going to click it because it takes me to another site and screws up the video. But it's a nice piece, really heavy piece. I packaged it really well. I have not heard from the buyer, which sometimes make me nervous. I'd like to hear a feedback or a, hey, it got here, great. Nothing. I even asked, I said, did your package arrive? And I know it arrived because the tracking said it arrived, but not a peep from these people. And it makes me nervous because I'm about to pay the owner, what she earned, and I'm afraid, these people have 60 days to change their mind or whatever. So I'm not crazy about that program. But anyway, Jim Shore, that's the theme of this show is Jim Shore. And here's one more. This one is ours. We purchased this in Florida as part of the big purchase of Jim Shore's at the hospice shop. This was also $45. It is a 3-piece set, a bakery, Mrs. Claus, and an elf. And we took best offer of this. What did I tell you when I say we sold it? $175. I believe 170. Exactly, 170. Best offer on this, we paid $45. I also charged $44 shipping because again, this was a monster. And I have to look and see what the shipping actually came out to because this only went to Pennsylvania. So I might be a good guy here and refund a little money. Again, I asked the people if they received it, and they said they received it, but they haven't opened it, which boggles the mind. They want to give it as a gift, but that they haven't opened it to see if it's okay. I would think that before you gave a gift, you'd want to open the gift you're giving to see if it arrived okay. And it hurts me because if they suddenly decide to return it, and it goes past the 60-day return, they're not getting their money back. They'll get a partial or something from me. But, when you get something, you should open it and look at it right away. In any case, Jim Shore, $45, sold for $170. Keep on selling those Jim Shores. This item I picked up for $1 last year in Florida. It's a Walt Disney character called Fiffinella. And Fiffinella was a mascot that Walt Disney created for the Women's Air Service pilots. Now, I don't know much about the group, but obviously probably was a wartime thing. This mug is probably not from the wartime. It's probably a reproduction. But I've never seen it. I've never heard of the character before. I had to look her up. And I paid $1, and we got $19 plus $9.50 shipping on this one. So it's a rare one. Fiffinella. Don't know much about it, but keep your eyes open for that one. This one my wife found at an antique mall for $3. This is a 1983 Frosty Friends, the 4th in the series, and it's in the original box with the original, the original tag here. You can see, and really nice condition. I had it up at $65 and it did nothing. Just got no action at all. So I threw a 50% on it, and boom, $32.50. And for a $3 investment, $32.50 is I'll take that all day long. So my wife found this one, and I congratulate her, and she'll share in the profits on this one as well. Sango. Are we at the end? No, we're not at the end. Sango. This is a Sango Silent Night covered butter dish with a winter snow scene on it. Last, probably January, after Christmas, I bought a box of these Sango dishes at a thrift store, and it was half price for the whole box. So I paid $17.50 for the entire box. The box had the butter dish, it had a gravy boat, it had 2 other serving dishes, and then it had 8 cups, 8 saucers, and 8 cake plates. I didn't list the cups, saucers, and cake plates on eBay because I don't want to be bothered shipping them. But I put this up for $69.50, and again, it didn't do anything at that price. So I put a 50% off sale on it, and boom, $34.75, which is twice what I paid for the entire lot of dishes. So right away, I'm in profit on this. Sango Silent Night. I'll probably sell the dishes. I'll list the dishes locally on Facebook Marketplace because they'll sell on there as well. I'll probably sell the rest of the batch for $40. One more from this batch is the gravy boat. Although this does not look like a boat, it's actually a one-piece dish with a bowl glued to it, and there's the Sango. Something Luntz is the designer, And this is Silent Night. This one sold for $17.25 again at a 50% off sale because Christmas is getting closer. You got to start moving the stuff. So take some dollars off it and see if you can get it moved out of here before Christmas. Because after Christmas, it'll still sell, but it won't sell as quickly. Next up, oh, we got a ways to go here. Here, another Hallmark piece. What is this? This is one of my favorites to sell is the Jingle Pals. Hallmark has made these probably for the last I would say about 17 or 18 years. They issue one every Christmas. We have an entire stair. We put them all on stairs, and we don't put the batteries in them anymore because it costs a fortune in batteries. But these sell very well. I picked these up for $4 or $5 a piece at flea markets and thrift stores. I also always make sure I put a video in to show that it works. A little 10-second, 20-second video just to see it moving around. And this one sold almost right away for $35, and we paid, I think, $5 for this. So I've got 11 of these listed, 11 different ones listed. So I think I'm not going to buy any more for a while because I've sold, out of the 11, I've sold 2. So again, Christmas is coming. I may have to tweak the price on this again. But keep an eye out for these. They're not that hard to find. Some of them sell much better than others. The Snowman playing the piano is probably the best seller, probably bringing the most money. Hallmark. This is a vintage snow globe. I mean, I'm still making money on these things. I bought these about 6-7 years ago at a church flea market. It was getting near the end of the flea market. They had a whole box of these travel souvenir snow globes that someone had collected. And in fact, here's one I haven't listed yet. This is whatever this says, Germany or Austria or something like that. And still have a bunch of these. I made a ton of money on them. My average price, I paid $20 for the whole box, so they averaged out to about 35 cents a piece. Some of them I had to put some water in, distilled water, to fill them up. But this one I got $10.46 for, and something I bought years ago for 35 cents. So bulk buys pay out, and these are cute. People buy these. I build it as an instant vacation. There's a little freighter there in London. It's got some glitter. And here's one more. This is from the same buy. This is the Great Smoky Mountains, and you can see there's 2 bears on a seesaw. And the seesaw rocks back and forth with the water. There isn't too much glitter in this one as far as I can see. No, this one didn't. Just basically water, no glitter, and a large air bubble. But this one got $17.50 for. Again, my cost was 35 cents. So keep an eye out for these things. Some will sell better than others, and you want to try and get the older ones. It's a Small World. I bought a whole bunch of little travel brochures in a thrift store in Florida for 50 cents a piece. This is one of the better ones. It's a Small World Walt Disney. Again, I had them up at $26.50. Didn't get any action. Threw it up on sale, $13.25 plus $5 shipping on a 50-cent investment. And it's the kind of a tour book of It's a Small World, little behind the scenes stuff like that, and how they make the characters and things like that. So $13.25. Vintage Walt Disney stuff will always sell well. Another Hallmark item. Oh, this is going to be our last one, and this one is a big one. $224.25 for this Rose Nylon Betty White Golden Girls ornament that was issued in 2020. We bought 2 of these in 2020 and sold one a year ago. I'm not quite sure what I got for that one. I think I got $175 for it. This one I got $224.25. I had it up at $299. Someone offered $200. I rejected it, and someone came along and bought it for $224.99 at a 25% off sale. So it's on its way to, I think, Delaware or something like that. Anyway, Rose Nylon, if you can find this anywhere, you push the button and she says, some lines from the TV show. And of course, when Betty White died, this thing shot up in value. I think she died in 2020 or 21. I'm not really sure. But in any case, this became really valuable. This was the last one I had. Got $224. The original cost was $19.99. So there you have it. That's going to do it for this this what's sold in November video. Here's my store page, Treasure Coast Picker on eBay. You can see my new header here with the sinking ship and a list of what I sell on the side. I cleaned it up a lot because it was very busy before. Every once in a while, you got to clean these things up. And my page is still live and ready to go. So there's lots of stuff there. Some more of the snowmen. I actually have 2 of the snowmen up there. And there's some more of them. So I got a bunch of these Hallmark snowmen. There's a nice nativity set. There's some Disney plush, some vintage Napco pieces, Bones Coffee, even some leftover Halloween pieces, some more Jim Shore. Lots of stuff in my store. I hope you'll take a look at it. Treasure Coast Picker on eBay. That's going to do it for this video. I am not going to promise you another video because, like I said, my schedule is kind of all over the place. And let me get back to my screen so I can turn this off. So that'll do it. I hope to see you before Christmas. If not, have a very Merry Christmas. And, well, maybe we'll be back. We'll see. Take care.